What's up, my friends on Facebook? Today's focus is pushing outside your comfort zone, and I wanted to share this topic with you because it can be really intense. And I've been on both sides of the fence. Sometimes it's all about going light and not pushing ourselves too hard, and other times it's about jumping and pushing way outside the comfort zone. And I wanted to share. I've done both. Hey, what's up, Billy? I've done both. I've been on both sides, and I want to share both extremes so you could kind of feel into what works for you today. Sometimes we push ourselves too hard and we can shut down, and I've been on that side where I'm pushing, I get burned out and I shut down. So there's definitely sometimes where you push too hard and you fall down. What's up, Mike? How you doing, brother? But also I want to share the contrast. Right now I'm in a flow and I'm taking on, I was just in Laguna and I spent some time mapping it out, and like the energy's coming. So sometimes there's waves, and sometimes you're trying to push through the waves. And sometimes when you settle in and get into the flow, things come towards you, and it's about saying yes. So I'd say in order to get out of your comfort zone, you have to first learn to feel, is it in your flow? Like if there's a stream and there's a stream going downhill, and I feel like sometimes there's these streams, and in this stream, there's like a little pool in the corner. And if there's a little pool in the corner, sometimes we get caught in this pool and we're trying to swim upstream. And sometimes the push is because you're trying to swim upstream, which it's not getting outside your comfort zone. That's just doesn't make any sense. And other times you're in this little pool and all of a sudden you get pushed into the stream and you're flowing downhill and it's way outside your comfort zone, but it's going where you're in flow. And so I just recently had this experience where everything's coming to fruition. I had an opportunity to come in, and a company I'm advising, we're acquiring a company and they want me to run it. At the same time, we want to finish my documentary in the next 4 months, which is insane because I have to do like 8 interviews in the next month and fly all over the country. And on top of that, I still have my coaching business, my men's group. So just crazy. There's a lot going on. And I was feeling inside of myself of like, oh man, I was feeling the overwhelm. I was feeling the shutdown. I was feeling the pressure of like, oh, is it too much pressure? And I've been running. I've been just in this flow. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is, man, I'm excited. I'm like lit up about life again. And I'm definitely living on the edge. I'm like pushing the boundaries of what I think I can do as a human. And like, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to find a way? And in that push, I'm way outside my comfort zone, and it's in alignment. I'm in the flow. I'm following that stream, but it's scary and it's uncomfortable. And I feel fear come up, and I feel my limiting beliefs of, am I enough? Am I going to get this done? Am I going to make this happen? Is it going to fail? And what I'm finding is being able to feel into that, embody that, just feel it for a moment and then step into my power. And so for me, I've been running like, okay, lots of motion. So think about it. So the reason I'm sharing this is when you get outside your comfort zone and you really take some big strides and you really take a jump, it's a lot of pressure, and it's kind of like a pressure cooker. So you're in this like pressure cooker and you're like, man, I got to make these things happen. And there can be a tendency to feel overwhelmed and shut down and to kind of move into some unhealthy patterns like eating, overeating, emotional eating. There could be other things. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Mandy? Hey, Carrie. So there could be some unhealthy patterns that you start to show up with in order to numb that pressure. And so what I want to share is some healthy ways. So again, if you're going to throw yourself in the pressure cooker, kind of like what I'm doing, and take on a lot, I'd say first feel into your heart and make sure you're in the flow. Make sure you're not swimming uphill. Make sure it's definitely something that's aligned with you and it's taking you where you need to go. And I'd say a tool for that is to really feel. I know this can be harder sometimes for men, but really feel, not the projection of what you're doing in your mind. So there's a distinction here. One distinction is if you're in your head, you're projecting what this future could be like, and you're selling yourself on this future possibility on what something can be. You're not actually present with what you feel. You're not actually present with what your body's telling you. You're not actually present with what the situation is calling for. Instead, you're projecting way out what's going on in the future. So what I'd say is first, you got to be present and feel into your emotions and feel into what's going on. And then like when you're in your heart and you feel that, and you may notice some fear, you may notice some limiting beliefs, you may notice some challenges showing up, and be with that. Be with yourself. And what I'm finding is it's almost like there's these layers. So if I'm here, I'm taking a decision, all these layers of fear, uncertainty, doubt, pressure, all this stuff, if you can sit through them and get to the bottom and at the core of it, at the base of it, you'll find your truth. And at the base of it, in your root of your body, in your heart, in your soul, like you feel that conviction of what you're here to do, and if it's in resonance or not. And to me, there's no plan. Like Right now, this is exactly opposite of everything I would have thought 6 months ago. But I'm really clear in my heart. My heart's like, yeah, this is completion year. This is completing your documentary. This is completing some initial projects you started 4 years ago, and it's about completion time. And I'm not letting go of my other projects. So it's like, you just got to step up. And in order to step up, my mind's like finding new possibilities for hiring a personal assistant and bringing on a team and doing these other areas to break through. And so it's a lot of what I'm finding is to buffer that emotion, to buffer that pressure. I'm just having to be really active. So to me, running like crazy, like I'm done with my day. I worked out this morning and did high intensity interval training. And now I'm like, I feel this energy in me and I'm going to go for a run tonight. And I'm just going to keep moving. So I wanted to share this with you in that I feel like anytime we take on a big goal, I feel like a complete lunatic for all the things I'm about to do. It makes no logical sense, but my heart feels so aligned with it. It feels so connected to my mission and my purpose and what I'm here to do, that I'm like, yes, this is it. So I'm in the pressure, I'm in the midst of it, and I'm finding ways to align it. And I wanted to share it with you because I don't know, when you get outside your comfort zone, how do you handle it? What do you do? First, do you get outside your comfort zone? Do you listen to your head and future pace a story? Are you swimming uphill? Or are you more connected to your body? Are you present to what's going on? And how does this look? So how do we apply this? So let's say there's a new job opportunity that you know you need to take. And how do you feel into, like, is it in your highest alignment or is it out of your highest alignment? Let's say there's a relationship that's come into your life and you need to either step into it and that's outside your comfort zone. Because I'll say sometimes for relationships, a lot of people, when they find a partner who maybe is valuing them and loving them and showing them love, sometimes they self-sabotage. So sometimes it's fear getting in the way. And they future project the fears or all this stuff, and they self-sabotage versus feeling into their heart beneath the fears and feeling what the truth is, and sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes it's a relationship that somebody's settling with and they're future pacing how it could work, and they're not being present to look at who the person is and feel into the body. Is there resonance or not? Is this aligning you, giving you more excitement or less excitement? I'd say the same thing comes with, like just health and vitality and all these different areas. So just a quick message today, just show, getting outside your comfort zone, ways to feel. Again, a lot of my messaging now with all the men's work we do, that's all this feeling. And the more I feel, the more I know my truth, the more I can step into my power and own it. And I just want you to have this gift. I want you to feel this truth. And I want you to be happy. And all growth, think about it like this, all major growth happens at the end of our comfort zone, and we push ourselves outside our comfort zone. It's scary because we just broke it through another layer. And as we're sharing through another layer and we're uncomfortable, you have to find a way to buffer it that's not unhealthy so you don't feel shame and self-sabotage and a lot of these factors. And I'm finding aligning those with your health goals, with your fitness goals. It's really easy to emotionally eat when you're feeling overwhelmed. It's really easy to numb through a substance like alcohol and I don't judge any of us. It's a way of numbing. And I've done them. I've been guilty of all these myself. But what I'm finding is if I find healthy ways to numb, I guess if you call it. So when I go on a run and I run for 5 miles, I could call it numbing the pain, but I actually get a lot of movement and momentum, and I'm able to process and think about it. So I just want to put it out there for you. When you do step into your comfort zone, what are some healthy ways that you could be with that intensity, that pressure cooker? And what are some ways that you could align that with your goals of who you want to become? And what's your ultimate version of yourself? What's your ultimate version? What does that look like? And how do you begin to feel and trust and surrender that feeling? Because think about this, your body, where it is right here, your body is part of God, part of nature, part of spirit, part of the universe. And so the more we can align with feeling and connecting to that body, the more we can feel our truth, and the more we can check in with like, okay, this is my truth. It's way outside my comfort zone, but I'm in. And then once we say yes, it's like things start to show up. I'm going to be doing 2 interviews on Saturday, which I'll do a live stream. One of them's with David Kessler. He's one of the foremost experts on grief.com. And also this other man named Paul, who does grief yoga. So they should be really cool. I'm excited for those interviews. I'll see if they're open to a Facebook Live, and we'll do a quick interview, and I'll share it with the community. And I'm excited. So I just wanted to share this with you. I'm super excited to get things done and completion, but it's crazy. It's intense. And I wanted to share this energy with you because the last couple years has been the opposite energy. It's been a lot of like nurturing and not stepping outside my comfort zone. It has been in a different sense, more in like a gentle, soft sense and a vulnerability sense, and just a different energy. And this energy feels very much like back into peak performance, back into achievement, but finding healthy ways to integrate. So wanted to share this with you in hopes that would help you. I'm wishing you all a beautiful day. and we'll talk soon.